Today on Mines and Mountains, learn how and where to find emeralds in North Carolina. Here's one of the specimens in the matrix that I found in the area. So with this special light here, it's a noble light, you can actually see the gem inside this emerald. Here are some pictures from 1982 of the ore they found in the Emerald Village mine. You can see that piece is similar to one that I found in the area. Same type of matrix rock. There's also known as the Crabtree mine. And there's another mine up higher than this, up the mountain, that you can actually visit and dig out emeralds. And we're going to take you there in another video, so be sure to subscribe. As you can see, the emeralds are slightly lighter than Columbia.
And we were going to pan it out and see if there's any emeralds down here. So this is where they should be. It's not going to be up at the actual mine.
It's pretty big, but it's light colored. So in one of the next videos, we're going to cut this out of the matrix with a saw, and then we'll actually carve this into a gemstone. So you want to make sure you subscribe so you can see that and see how we cut this out. Because basically it's in this rock right now. There's some other small ones in here too, but this is the kind of stuff you can find in this area of North Carolina near Spruce Pine. So be sure to subscribe so you can see that. And then we're going to have more videos showing you where to find emeralds in North Carolina. In addition, we found other things. There's lots of sapphires. I like this one. As you can see, it's purple. We're gonna cut this into a gemstone too. That's crazy. That's North Carolina. It's pretty big too. All these are pretty big. Most of the stuff you find is small, but these ones are big. This was a ruby. And there's like a skin, a rock skin on them now. And so we can't really see how good they are. We got to polish the outside rock skin off. And then from there, we can determine what shape and size gemstone that we can cut out of them. But yeah, North Carolina's got precious gemstones. Emerald and aquamarine are both beryl. Here's some samples. Green beryl and aquamarine are much more common, so their value is much less. There's lots of this in Colorado as well. A lot of this has heavy inclusions, so it's not very valuable to cut to a gemstone, but there's a piece right there, it looks pretty clear. This is the type of matrix you'll find in the rocks in, the emeralds in. There's one that's 13,600 carats. It's huge, but the quality might be very, very low. I don't know until you actually polish one of the sides and get that skin off of it. There's also gold in this part of North Carolina. And there's some old gold pans, small rock samples. So this is a good place to check out. You can see how emerald mining went in North Carolina. This is an absolutely beautiful location with a waterfall, old mining relics.
Okay, and this stream here leads out of the mine and down the hill. And if you follow the stream down the mountain on Google Earth, you'll know where to find emeralds at in North Carolina. And stay with us. Don't jump out of the video yet, because I'm going to show you maps and everything. I lived in Colombia since 2002, so I might know a little bit about emeralds. Dug down in this creek right here, you would find emeralds. They're just flowing out. Now we're going into the hard rock mine, and I would love to bring in the snorkel or hookah and do some underwater sniping, but there's definitely no way this mining operation that can do it. That's where the emeralds would be in here. The easiest ways to find gemstones at night is to use a blacklight flashlight. The best one is called the UV Beast, and it identifies rubies at night, and they'll glow red. Now, emeralds do not glow under the blacklight, so it's much easier in North Carolina to find rubies than emeralds because you have that huge advantage of being able to find them at night. And we're going to do that. And so here's a little clip of me finding rubies in the early morning in a creek.
There's all kind of rubies or sapphires showing up in the creek.
And you'll want to subscribe because we're going to have these videos too. There'll be about 8 videos total with rubies and emeralds for North Carolina.
I'm near a gem mine.
If you guys want to go out there and find them,
so
I'm going to show you where they're at.
The source.
I'm usually out of the country in better locations, but I'm just going to do something for the U.S. audience. I'm at the emerald mine, and it's a nice waterfall back here. All kind of mining relics. But most importantly, we know that as the emeralds came out of the mine, they would have gone down this creek and then down the hill. These mountains are very old, so basically what you have here is these mountains were thousands of feet taller. So all this emerald material would have eroded down the hill, and it could be up to a mile away. So any creeks around here would be good for sluicing, or you could crevicing bedrock would be your best bet, because that's where the heaviest things will get caught at. So if you want to find emeralds in North Carolina, what you're going to want to do is find an old emerald mine and then follow the emeralds downstream. So in Emerald Village, here's where I'm standing. The elevation is 3,116 feet, and there's a creek running through here, down here, and then it dumps into this little pond, which was probably dug out for emeralds anyway. And then it goes under here and across the street, over to here. And at some point you might get off private property, so from maybe here down could be a place you could prospect. As you see, the elevation's dropping, but all the emeralds for millions of years came down this creek, and then they made the turn. See, this is lower, 2,969 feet. The river's running this direction, so you don't need to go upstream, obviously. And you can see here, this little pond is where it had been excavated for emeralds. This was obviously an old mine. They dug all this out, and then they also dug out all of this. So this was all excavated for emeralds in the past. I don't know about this section. It would have emeralds here too. But then you have this section here. You could just park your car alongside the road, maybe night mission. But this creek here would have emeralds. And emeralds aren't that heavy, so they're not going to be very deep. They could just be in the gravel. So what you want to do is just come out here when it's raining or when the gravel is wet and you could see them in the wet gravel. That would be the best way to find them. When they're dry, they're going to be harder to spot. But if they're wet, you might see a glimmer of green. And so this just keeps going downhill. And you get to Crabtree Falls, and we're going to do a video there because that looks like a good spot. This would be ideal here too. But really cool mining operation. Emeralds are not just found in Colombia, but they're also found here in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, and Hiddenite, North Carolina has emeralds as well. Also, there's a spot in Brazil. So it's a very special geologic location. Okay, we're working our way down the creek. We're going to show you the creek at this point in the mining area. There's some old relics here in the bushes. Now, obviously, you cannot mine here, so don't even try it. But farther down the creek, you can get permission. It may not be private property. It could be public, where those roads connect down there, and there's a bridge, and the creek runs under the road. Culverts
water
are
draining
a
out of
great
the mine
place to
area.
find emeralds
Of course,
and gold.
culverts catch gold, so we always search those. And then you got a snake down here. There's a snake. And then it goes into another culvert. Here it is. Second half.
The Blacklight tour. People all over the world search at night with blacklights. It's easier than the daytime. The creek can turn into a mystical wonderland if it has the right gems and minerals in it.
Inside Emerald Village, you can pay $25 to go to the other mine, where you'll go on your own and you can find your own emeralds. Most of it's hard rock mining with the emeralds in Matrix. And we're going to have 8 videos total about rubies and emeralds in North Carolina. So you definitely want to subscribe, or you're definitely going to miss the best emerald and ruby videos ever coming out of North Carolina.